City University of Hong Kong is an international university which emphasizes the integration of research and teaching. The university promotes diversified, cross-cultural studies through various educational programs. To promote our educational vision, City University of Hong Kong produced a series called Beyond Boundaries, Dialogue with Presidents of World's Leading Educational Institutions. Professor Wei Kuo, President of City University of Hong Kong, talks to presidents of universities and principals of high schools around the world, exploring each other's strengths and looking forward to the future direction of educational development. Located in two small rural towns in the American Midwest, the University of Illinois stays quietly away from the bustling cities. In its 150-year history, this rural university has attracted and educated many outstanding scholars and graduates, making itself one of the top public universities in the United States. The university has a special relationship with China. In 1906, Edmund James, then president of the university, sent a memo to President Theodore Roosevelt advocating that part of the Boxer indemnity should be used to sponsor Chinese students to study in the United States. Between 1911 and 1920, the University of Illinois enrolled as many as 30% of the Chinese students studying in the United States, standing as one of the friendliest American universities for Chinese students. Among the faculty and graduates of the university, 24 have won the Nobel Prize, 2 have won the Turing Award, and 29 have been awarded the Pulitzer Prize. Founded in 1867, the university is one of the earliest colleges established under the land grant program by the U.S. federal government. At the beginning of its establishment, the University of Illinois upheld the view of Jonathan Baldwin Turner, an advocate of land-grant colleges, that the university should provide free higher education to the working class in order to train professionals for the industrializing society. The mission of the university was to teach, research, and serve the public. The university emblem, unchanged for more than 150 years, is still engraved with the motto of learning and labor, as well as the plow and the hammer and anvil. We are honored to invite Professor Robert Jones, Chancellor of the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, to share his experience and vision of leading this outstanding university. Professor Wei Kuo, President of City University of Hong Kong, is well known for his research on the reliability of electronic systems and nuclear energy. In his early years, he worked at Bell Laboratories in the United States, who held the position of department head and dean of the School of Engineering in an American university, and was conferred academicians in various countries. Professor Wei Kuo has served as the president of CityU for more than 10 years. His philosophy of education is summarized in the lyrics of the CityU anthem, which he wrote, "Learn and question, Beyond Boundaries. Professor Kuo has also published several books about education. He is particularly concerned about the challenges facing contemporary education around the world.
各位朋友，大家好！人间四月天，2022年的4月，我们访问了美国的伊利诺大学。这是所美国顶尖的公立大学，曾经产生出24位诺贝尔奖得主。1900年，八国联军入侵中国。满清政府战败，被迫在1901年签订辛丑条约，这就是俗称的庚子赔款。伊利诺大学是一所与中国有特殊渊源的大学。20世纪初，伊利诺大学的校长 James 曾经推动美国政府将部分庚子赔款用于帮助中国教育事业。美国占赔款总额的 7.3%， 约合2400万美金。1906年初，伊利诺大学校长 James 发给老罗斯福总统一份备忘录，建议美国政府将庚子赔款用于中国的教育事业。1908年，美国国会通过了罗斯福的建议，将赔款的一半用于资助中国的教育事业。满清政府利用退回的赔款，于1909年招考第一批留美学生，并于1911年设立清华学堂，这就是清华大学的前身。有趣的是，伊利诺大学这所远离都市的学府，后来竟然成了全美招收中国留学生最多的美国大学之一。2021年，伊利诺大学的中国留学生人数达到6295人，为全美第一。Today I'm very pleased to be here at the University of Illinois campus and with its Chancellor, Professor Jones. I have to give an introduction about this very special university. University of Illinois has attracted a lot of Chinese students to come here to study. Furthermore, the University of Illinois has attracted students from all over the world today. Its alumni are found over 170 different countries. Chancellor Jones, these twin cities are in the middle of nowhere, as we know. But yet, it was able to attract so many talents. Tell us a little bit more your view about Illinois.
University of Illinois is certainly a very, very unique university that takes great pride in being one of the first 37 land-grant universities that were founded back around 1862 or so with the sole purpose of educating the masses. And as we were chatting earlier, everyone across the world knew of the Princetons and the Harvards and the Yale, but those institutions were not necessarily accessible to the common individuals, people that lived in small rural communities, for example. And that was the underlying framework for why the land-grant act was passed and why land-grant universities like the University of Illinois was founded. And because of his founding principles, it has at its core a responsibility to educate people and to provide education as a means for people improving themselves and for turning that education into economic development opportunities, not only for themselves, but for broader society. And this university, University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, has certainly been a leader in that regard. We consider ourselves to be a leader among not only public and land-grant universities, but a leader in terms of world-class research universities that care greatly about education and educational outcomes.
With a history of more than 150 years, the University of Illinois is located in a rural Midwest region of the United States. However, it attracts teaching and research talents and students from all over the world. The university focuses on providing higher education for the grassroots community, promoting the development and advancement of society through knowledge.
As you mentioned, even in Illinois, you have more than 20 Nobel laureates. Mm-hmm. And they, how you attract the talents to this middle of the cornfield?
Between the soybean fields and the cornfields, yes, that's us. You know, I look at it this way, the ability to attract that type of talent is based on the core premise of what is required to create excellence in terms of your mission of teaching, in terms of research, and in terms of giving back or public engagement, engaging with the public to find solutions to problems. And for more than 155 years now, this university has taken great pride in being able to attract the kind of very, very ambitious and talented young professors and scholars. As you mentioned, we have about 24 Nobel laureates at this university, and it runs the gamut from John Bourdin and his innovative theory on semiconductivity that he won his second Nobel Prize for. And then you go on from there to people like Nick Holonyak, who came up with the visible LED that basically changed everything and shed new light and new ways about innovation. The MRI, which is at the core of medical diagnostics, was started here at this university. But it's also the place where special education, a focus on disability services and how each person should be able to access buildings and sidewalks in an equal fashion. All of that started here at this university. We take great pride that just top of the mind, 3 of the top of the mind companies that are everyday words that we recognize, like PayPal, started by Max Levchin, one of our graduates. You know, YouTube, started by Stephen Chen. And I know everybody gets a little confused about who started Tesla, but Tesla was actually started by one of our alums, Martin Eberhard. And so I hope that gives you a sense of the innovation, notwithstanding our rural location. And I tell people there's an advantage for being in a small college town because it provides an opportunity to innovate, you know.
Speaking of leadership, share with us some of the leadership in the history of the university. And you have been extremely successful with Minnesota and sunny Albany. Well,
if you look at leadership matters. I mean, that's why we have leaders of institutions, because leadership matters. And the way I look at leadership, at every place that I've been, and this is the 3rd university I've had a pleasure of working at over my 43-year career, The second one that I've served as the Chief Executive Officer of SUNY Albany for about 4 years, and I'm in my 6th year as being the Chancellor or Chief Executive Officer of the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. And each and every one of those places, I've approached the leadership from the standpoint of being a servant to the institution. It's not about me, regardless of what title I might have. It's about what can I do from my position of influence, regardless of what the title is, to move that institution to the next level of excellence. And we started a lot of innovation around public engagement and other kinds of issues at Minnesota. The issues of equity and diversity. How do you make education more equitable and affordable? And very, very proud that a lot of the things that we started there, particularly around how a world-class university like Minnesota can be also committed to working with community, local communities, to find solutions to problems that plague those communities. And I did the same kind of approach when I went to Albany, a place like the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. But notwithstanding the fact that it's been excellent for more than 155 years now, when I came here 5.5 years ago, it was very clear to me that I had a number of opportunities to move the university to the next level. And the first thing we did was put together a leadership team of folks that I have nothing but trust in, because no one leader does anything alone, particularly in American higher education system. It takes a team of folks that are committed, and we have a team of folks that are bright, energetic, and they have this alignment and allowing the common vision of our strategic plan of moving us forward for the next 150 years and beyond. And so we came in, and it was very clear that I had the obligation to carry forth the creation of the first technology-based College of Medicine in the world. That wasn't my idea, but my predecessor planted the seed, Dr. Phyllis Wise, and it was my job to come in, to pull the team that was necessary to bring that big idea to fruition. And now we set just a few weeks away from graduating the first class of what we call the Carle, Illinois College of Medicine, first engineering, technology-based medical school in the world. And that has become the catalyst for the gaps that I was talking about.
Nothing is coming without challenges.
That's right.
And tell us some more about the challenge you have, and also the challenge for the higher education in general, that we have to pay attention to this. Yeah. And
well, I think one of the biggest challenges is the issue of access and affordability. This university and all the public universities across this country were established with the primary notion of making education accessible and affordable to the masses. And who constitute the masses and who's in the most need has changed over time. When the land-grant universities were started, it was to serve mainly poor rural kids living in places like Urbana-Champaign and rural farm communities. And now our mission is not only expands beyond Urbana-Champaign, we educate probably almost more than 50% of the students at the undergraduate level, the University of Illinois system does, across the state. And this university educates a big share of that 52%. And so our mission extends not only to rural environments, the way people have traditionally thought about land-grant university. We have an obligation across the state. And so we are trying to figure out how we can best serve people in urban communities as well. And that's why we've initiated a very strong public engagement initiative to work closely with people in urban communities to solve their complex challenges.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the conversation with the Chancellor Jones. I've been with UIUC many times. Every time I was really pleasantly surprised by the development of this great university. They have ambition to not only make this university a local university, which has been very successful, and also the countrywide university, also international, very international university, which has always been that case. And it's a success story that if you have great leadership, you can do a lot of good things about this community to help the society. I hope you enjoy the program. Thank you for watching this program.
In the episode of next week, Professor Wei Kuo is going to visit Huiqing Middle School, which is a school established more than 100 years ago in Hong Kong. The secondary school has produced many renowned elite academicians, including Daniel Chi Choi, the winner of the 1998 Nobel Prize in Physics, Xingteng Yao, winner of the Fields Medal in 1982, Yum Tong-siu, former chair of the Department of Mathematics at Harvard University, and many more. Huiqing Middle School takes mother tongue education as a key principle. Adhering to the school motto, utmost goodness and righteousness, the school nurtures countless outstanding youngsters for Hong Kong.